We're going to start the story right back, book 5 of Algebra, some 3 years ago, all right, when we introduced brackets. So we said, hello, look, we can do this. If we say expand to this, you know what we're talking about. If we say remove the brackets, it is exactly the same thing. It does not mean rub them out. All right? That is still quite a common thing for people to think, that's really easy. I'll just write 3x plus 2. That is not the answer, obviously. You all know, having done 3 years of algebra, that to get rid of these, we multiply them out like this. Right? Therefore, good one, rub it out. Therefore, when we're factorising, we're doing the opposite. So if we've got something like this, we want to find out what went in front. Now, in this case, there are a few things that could have been in front. The difference is when we factorise, when we're multiplying out, we know what's there and we just do it. When we're going the other way, we must actually look for the highest common factor, which is why you learned that in year 9. All right, so we're looking for the highest common factor of 8x plus 12. What is in every term? Now, I say every term, not both, because there can be more than 2 terms. So in this case, every term, what's the highest common factor? 4. So we take 4 out and we say 4 times what gives 8x? 4 times what gives 12? And we double check the sign. All right, this case, really easy. Obviously a plus. Okay, no problems there. The one that was a little bit hard in year 9 and 10 was ones like this. All right, so the highest common factor is, 16. And when we take that out, we've taken everything from here. But that doesn't mean we end up with nothing. We are looking at multiplying, so it's 16 times what gives us 16x, and 16 times what gives us negative 16. No problems, right? Then we moved on into year 11, and we started to make the terms bigger. So we might have had something like this to factorise. So it starts to get a little bit more complicated. We are still looking for the highest common factor, the one thing that can be multiplied in all of these. Not one thing, sorry, the largest thing that we can actually divide out of. This term, and this term. So we've got 8, 12, and 56. What is the largest number that can divide into 8, and into 12, and into 56? 4. Good. There are 2 A's here, 1 here, and 1 here. The most we can take out, therefore, is 1. There is 1B, and 2 B's. We can take out 1. So that becomes the front of our bracket. 4AB bracket. What does that multiply by to get that? We need 8, so the number needs to be multiplied by 2. We need 2 A's. So we need another A. All right? The minus sign in this case stays. We've got 12, so we're multiplying by 3. AB, we've taken the whole lot. Nothing left. Here, 56. 4 times what is 56? 14. We've taken the A, we've taken 1 of the B's. When you get to that point, you should double check that you've taken as much as you possibly could. So yes, there is no number that divides into 2 and 3 and 14. And there is only an A and a B and a not, so there's no more letters that I can remove from this. Right, so that's all of year 19 and 11 done. Now for year 12. We're going to learn to factorise by what's called grouping. So, in this particular case, it looks like this. All right, so that says to us, we can't take anything out of this, doesn't it? The problem is it's lying. We've just never taught you how to do it before. If we group together the things that are in common, so I'm going to group together 7A and 7C. Then I'm going to group together 4B and 4C. Right? And I'm going to treat them as two little problems. So when I factorise this one, I'll get what? And when I factorise this one, I'll get
4 bracket B bracket C, or max bracket C.
Okay, well, I didn't quite think about this hard enough because something hasn't happened, and I'm not going to change that one at the moment. But sometimes something quite interesting happens next. Not in this case, but that is factorising by groupings. And we do that because of the interesting thing that could happen next. So let's have a look at another one where the interesting thing hopefully won't happen this time. Let me think hard this time. Hopefully this will work. Alright, my bad if it doesn't work. Let's have a look. So, probably should have prepared one first. Oh, I've got way too many things. One too many. I think that's... Back to here. Let's try again. Okay, let's see. All right, so we need to group something together. So it doesn't actually matter what we pick. We've got a lot of choices here, but I'm going to do the A's and then the C's. So I'm going to put A, B plus AD here, and then I'm going to put minus CD minus CB here. All right. When I factorise the first one, the common factor is A, leaving me with B plus D. When I factorise the second one, what will it be? Good, minus C. So negative C will be the factor. Taken out of here, it's left with D. Taken out of here, I've got left with B, which we can write as B plus D. All right. So what's interesting about this is that I've ended up with a common factor. And that's what I'm trying to take out. So that common factor is B plus D. When I take it out, I am left with A and C. So I'm actually left with a quadratic as such, but it doesn't have x squared x in it, so it's not really a quadratic. But I've been left with two brackets. Those two brackets, by our FOIL rule, or by whatever rule you've been taught, Happy Rainbows or anything else, depending on what teacher you've had, ends up giving you AB minus that, plus that, minus that. Right? No simplifying it, but this is what its factorised answer is. And that's what factorising by grouping is. So there is usually two steps. One, group them together and factorise them. Two, take out the common factor again. Okay, so this, B plus D, is a common factor. And up here, A was a common factor of blue, negative C was a common factor of red. All right, your turn.